Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. My name's Arlene Arnold, and I'm here with Leslie Romine, and we're part of Transformational Tools, and happy to be here. Love coming in on Fridays and having fun with you and learning some things together and all that kind of stuff. So we're really glad you're here. I want to start out today. Anything you want to say, Leslie, before we?
Oh, just welcome, and I'm glad to be here too and ready for what's next.
That's right. Okay. So I have a bit of a sinus thing going on, but anyway, I know you can hear me. That's about all we need. So um, I wanted to take a few minutes to do something that Leslie and I have done often over the years, but it's kind of like sometimes the things that we know to do, we kind of get sidetracked and forget the tools. So I'm going to remind us of the tools and take you through something that I think will be helpful to you. Um, and I was quite tired because I didn't sleep well last night, and I did this about 10 minutes ago, and it has really helped me to let go of that tiredness. So it's something that you can carry with you. So if you would visualize a dream catcher, which is round, or it might be oval, and has lines or strings in between, so that it looks a little bit like a tennis racket. And these lines, these that in there are the color magenta. And if you remember, magenta is an energy that transmutes energies that are of low frequency or energies that are not exactly what you need at the time. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to tell you first, and then we'll do it. You visualize the stream catcher up above you and your body, and make it big enough so it will cover your whole energy field. And then when we're ready, we'll start bringing it down through the energy in our energy field and then down to our heads and just slowly bringing it down. And if there is something that's stuck, it will feel like it stops. And so just imagine that it's stopping at that point and just wait. And as magenta does its work, it's almost like one of those flycatcher things. It'll go zzz, and that shifts the energy, and then it starts moving down again until we go through the whole of our body and down and under our energy, or under our feet. So we'll try this, and you can let me know in the chat if you felt like it did some work on your body and energy field. So first, let's take a couple deep breaths. And now, through your mind's eye, you see this beautiful dream catcher above your head. It has strings through the opening in the center of it. That's a color magenta, which is a red-blue kind of thing, usually kind of a darker red. And sometimes we see the outside of the dream catcher is a lime green, which is the complementary color for that. So now we're going to start bringing this down through our energy field. And then it comes to the top of your head and begins to move through your head. And if you feel that it stops, then just wait. And the magenta starts doing its work. It may feel like it goes zzz and then shifts that, or you might just feel like, oh, it can continue now because whatever was there is gone. So, and you will feel this in your body very often, and you'll feel where the dream catcher is and when it stops. So just be there observing and feeling this. So as it is able, it will move on through your head. And it will move down through your neck. And then it will move down through your shoulders. And as it moves past your shoulders, it'll go down through your chest and also at the same time through your arms. And it just keeps moving down a little bit at a time. Just notice where it stops. And you can notice how it seems to know where there are things in your body that are a little bit sore or stuck a little bit. And then just keep moving it on down. And now it'll start down through your legs. And down through your feet. And then it ends down under your feet. Now, if we were doing this at another time, we would probably do it 3 times. So that you could make sure that it's completely clear. But just let us know if you feel anything that has helped you to move some energy. It's a simple thing, but it's very profound. And we all need to keep cleaning out our energy field and our body. Anything you want to add, Leslie?
No, just that felt real good to do that.
Yeah, me did too. All right, so let's get on with our theme for this month, which is revolution of the heart. And this is one that Dodie came up with this theme. And I wasn't quite sure about it in the beginning, but boy, working with it, I've ended up finding a lot of things that have been helpful for me. And I'm going to see if I can put in the chat a copy of the energy focus for the month that I did, and you can find out more about that. And if I don't, you can come back to. It's not quite ready to be online, but it'll be on this same the Transformational Tools YouTube channel. Okay, so the thing that I want to say about this is what it came out for me, and for everybody it's different, so you may have a different take on it. But for me, I noticed was that my heart was kind of contracted. And in the process of realizing that, I began to open that up. And it was as if this revolution of the heart opened up and it moved into a place where it became the evolution of the heart. So that was really a cool thing. So anything you want to say about our theme this month, Leslie?
Well, I know that when we were chatting about it with some others, that everybody had a slightly different wordage, but they had very similar takeaways from it. Talking about it being like thinking about nature and the cycles of nature, and always evolving, like continuing to evolve, and kind of expanding our view of that as we go through this month.
Yeah, I get that too. I just want to say that I know that Courtney is going to have to probably be leaving a little bit because she has an interview. So we are sending good thoughts for her interview. And just know that, Courtney, you can come back. We will do a reading for you, even if you're not here.
Yeah.
So all of you, we just love you all, and we know that you love each other. And this is such a wonderful opportunity for us to support each other. All right. Well, our first luminary has been with us off and on a lot these days, and that's core crucible, which is has the number 9 as part of it. That's the number of repetitions. And the part that I chose from Core Crucible is bring your grief and your hurt into the crucible. Now, the way I do that, and you can do it however it helps you, but I see this crucible, Core Crucible, um, as a ball of energy. And I often put it under my feet so that as I'm releasing things, it goes down through me and into this ball of energy, and there it transmutes. So if you have grief, or if you have hurt, or any emotional things that have come up, you can take that and just take it down into the crucible. Or you can have the crucible all the way around you, and it will simply take care of that as it comes up, whatever way works for you. And then it was bring your doubts and your fears. And, I think a lot of that comes up when there's so much chaos in the world. And the residue left from the drama of life is consumed. So that's one of the things that Core Crucible does, is it consumes our doubts and fears and other emotional things. The residue left from the drama of life is consumed, leaving only that which is fueled by passion and lived in joy. So it's like it cleans it out and makes room for what we're really passionate about in the depth of our hearts, and the joy that can come up when we don't feel burdened. So it's a wonderful tool for us at this time, and I'm really glad it came up.
One of the things I had thought about too is, as trauma comes up or as an issue comes up, when we've cleared that, sometimes there's grief left, and that this is a good one for taking that grief, about it being different now. It's, you can release stuff, but sometimes there's a residue of grief, and that's one that we can really work with the same beautiful luminary.
Yeah, it's so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 2 luminaries for this month. These are the ones for the month. And I'm really glad we have them here for the month, because they're really important. And as you were thinking about this revolution of the heart, with Core Crucible helping us with the emotions that are coming up through the heart, that's really a way to help us. And then love has such a beautiful way of helping us as well. Now, love is the number 2 and the number 8. And what I picked out from the book is now as the veil, because the veil is like this overlay that we've had over us that makes us think these things are happening that are have to be our reality. And when that veil thins, we begin to see that humanity sees clearly that that love was never lost. Because sometimes when you get in that veil of things that make you sad, and things that get you in this low frequency, it's hard to remember love or feel love. And what this says is love was never lost. And then it gives you some words that are about love: compassion, acceptance, transformation, encouragement, allowing, embracing, offering, and co-creating are all available as we remember we are one with our divine source. And my suggestion to you is to take each of those words and sit with them for a few days, maybe journal with them. And some of you, if you come to our journaling class this month, you can bring that with you and journal on one of those words. And we're going to be working with this also for those of you who are Vortal members. We have our Vortal meeting a week from Sunday, and we'll be talking about this theme and also doing some things with these words. So I hope that you will take advantage of that. All right. So anything you want to add to that, Leslie?
Well, I think taking each word and kind of, thinking about it, writing about it, contemplating it is a good way to kind of check in with yourself, just say, how am I doing with this, with myself and how with the people around me. We're very conscious of community these days. So, um, I think it extends beyond ourselves as well as ourselves.
I was just looking at this, the art of this. I see a face in the center. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's kind of interesting. But it has all the beautiful rainbow colors in there. And then there's this light. It's not a blue, it's more of a turquoise that's in here. But then you have violet and purple and oh my gosh, so many colors that are an important part of all of those words that we have to describe love. So this is one that we have 8.5 by 11s that you can put in your room, and it'll fill the room with this energy. We have greeting cards that you could send to somebody if you wanted to send them that beautiful, beautiful energy. And of course we have the cards in the deck if you haven't gotten that yet. But anyway, this one just stands out. Peter and I included this in our wedding ceremony, and it was really very impactful because all of these words: compassion, acceptance, transformation, encouragement, allowing, embracing, offering, and co-creating were all words that we felt really had a lot to do with what we were creating through our marriage. And it's just gotten better and better. And we feel like life is so amazing when we are doing that kind of thing and we have that kind of love with us. And I know that you and Will have that too. So I would hope that everybody could experience that.
Yes. Beautiful.
Okay, the next one that we have is this is the magenta. Magenta is our color card for this month, or for this actually, yes, for the month, and it's the strength in magenta. And the part that came out of the chapter that just riveted me was spiritual competence. Now, sometimes you wonder if you have spiritual competence, but we really have come a long way. So, what we need to look at is how we have matured spiritually. So, I picked out these words from the chapter on spiritual competence. You have matured in your spiritual life. Experiences that used to baffle or scare you no longer cause you concern. Your spiritual connection comes from the soul center, deep within your heart. From here, you are aware of yourself as a multi-dimensional being. You are operating on many levels besides this one. And that multi-dimensional is what's coming up over and over for me in the time that we're in, because we're alive and present in the third dimension where we have form. Our soul has form. But there are so many more dimensions that have different attributes. And I often find myself in the fifth dimension, and almost as if I'm there looking down at my third dimensional life. And it's a wonderful opportunity to be in a very neutral place and look and see what's going on and understanding what's happening in our world at this time. So I really encourage you to do some more maybe journaling about what does it mean for you to be multidimensional? How are you experiencing that in some way?
Yes, that's a wonderful exercise, and for me, it seems the more you think about it, write about it, ponder it, the more often it happens because your awareness grows, and soon you realize, oh, yeah, I'm able to be in that space more often or more fully than I have been before. And I think these challenges um, somehow encourage us to go there and to do the writing and to explore this very real part of ourselves.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So those are the cards that we have for this month: Core Crucible, Love, and the Strength in Magenta. Now, on top of that, we have an emphasis for the week. And I love how this all coordinates together because the first one is the love luminary again. And you've heard us say before, it's like double double. If you get a card that's already here, it means that that energy is twice as strong for you during your week. So just know that this love luminary is really up for this week and for this month. So be sure and stay connected to that. And what I am choosing to highlight for this week is compassion and acceptance. And so let's spend some time going in and finding out, what does compassion mean to us at this time? What does acceptance mean to me? Is there something in my life that I still haven't achieved acceptance about? And how do you experience it as an aspect of love? And what does your soul guidance want you to remember about these aspects? So, this is a really good opportunity to go a little deeper into these two words, compassion and acceptance, and see how that affects you in your life.
Hmm. Yes, and it's just living life brings that up, so very easy to go to have these questions. Sometimes I like to just pose the question, and put it up somewhere where I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
me
it,
too. Yeah.
and then go, oh yeah, yeah. What about that? And it reminds me to focus and do it. But yeah,
And self acceptance is so important. I think we've all lived lives in which we thought we didn't measure up, or parents thought we should do more, or whatever that is. And this self acceptance is a really important part of our moving forward in our own spiritual experience.
yes. Hmm.
So the other one is the color card is the Strength in Yellow. And what I chose from the book is empowerment of self. Now, remember, yellow's in the solar plexus. It has a lot to do with how we see ourselves. And often we get off track because we listen to everybody else who's telling us who we are instead of listening to our own inner knowing. And this empowerment of self, just take this in. You are clear about who you are. You accept your abilities as part of you. You accept your lessons as the work you came to do in this life. Even when others suggest that you need to change, you are not thrown off course. You trust your inner knowing. You trust the truth that comes through your heart. That's part of sovereignty, is to listen to what other people say, take it seriously, look at it, and then to go ahead and figure out what's right for you. I may have told this story before, but I was working a job in Kent at one time as a small manufacturing company, and we'd had a new manager that came in, and one day on Friday he called me in and told me I wasn't doing a good job. I was really so angry. And I, before I went home, I went and called my husband and said, I think I'm just gonna um, say I'm out of here. And he encouraged me to spend the weekend and then see how I felt. So I went home, and because I had been in the training to be a spiritual guide and healing facilitator at that time, and I probably had been using a lot of my time thinking about other things than work. um, but I went home and I thought, okay, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to see what part of what he said to me is true and what part is not true. And I'm going to work on the things that are true that I know about myself and things that I want to change. And then I'm going to quit. And that last part was still the little kid in me who was angry. But it was a really, really good opportunity for me to take a look at myself and just say, what is true for me and what's not true for me? And what do I want to change? And am I okay with that it's who I truly am? It's probably a really pivotal time in my life. So I think that this empowerment of self is really taking an inventory and saying, am I being me? Am I living who I know that I am, or am I letting other things get in the way and I'm not quite being who I am? That's not an easy process, but it certainly is something that is helpful. So I'm going to I didn't have the picture for yellow, but you can see yellow in your mind's eye. Did you want to add anything to that, Leslie?
Um, I think this is very important work to do. I think it's great to revisit from time to time, especially if you've made some growth and you're thinking, well, that kind of contradicts how I used to be, or at least go back. I mean, I found it helpful many times to just go back and look at, gosh, when I was, this age, I would have been totally upset about this. But now it's like, I'm not upset. I get where they're coming from. And, part of me can go, okay, I can shift that. Or, no, that's just who I am. And I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's really has to come from our soul self,
Yes.
right here and right now, because there are so many ways in which we're asked to be okay with something that we're not okay with, or where we're supposed to do this because that's how society says it's supposed to be. And you have to kind of juggle that and say, if I'm going to be in this particular job, how do I do that and still be true to myself? If I'm going to accept this thing that's happening around me, how do I do that and still stay in alignment within me? And that's not easy. That's
Yep.
not easy.
Yeah. Yep.
But we have some wonderful
New people.
guidance here. Just wonderful guidance.
We
Yeah.
do. Great for this week.
Yeah. So I hope that you will all stay in touch with this and come back here and listen to this again if you want to, so that you can write more of it down or remind yourself or whatever. So I think that we are ready for our readings.
We have quite a few and
Yay.
new people
All right.
today, so we'll get right at it. All right, Salama, I hope I'm saying that right, is first.
Okay, let me just tune into Salam. All right, I am getting mosaic for Salam. So I'm going to look this up and get the numbers of it and see what jumps out for me. So this is the number 10. Oh my gosh, 10 is such an important number right now because we're finishing a certain passage in life and going to something next or starting something next. And here, this is the message for you, Salama. You are a unique tile in the universal mosaic of being. Claim your special beauty, even as you allow others to do the same. My feeling is that you do a really good job of noticing others and seeing them in their own mosaic, but maybe not so much yourself. There feels like there are some areas that you need to sit with and say, wow, I need to find my uh, glorious self in this and find who I am in the midst of this universal mosaic and really claim that that I can be it fully.
Beautiful. So your color card, we have a color card that goes with your luminary, and it is Lesson in Silver.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Yeah.
Yes, and silver is about ancient wisdom, about things that you value, and it brings a wise, warm um, energy to you. And on the lesson, it says, choose what you value. So as you are in that mosaic, um, it and it almost in the card itself, it's almost silvery around the outside.
It is. I was thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm. So
And it almost moves as I'm looking at it. So
yeah.
that outside is really wanting us to notice it.
So choosing what you value really goes along with what we've been seeing for our week and our month here, because it's like what you value about yourself, your traits, your strengths, and what you value in where you want to go. What is it you want to see more of in your life? So that's encouraging you to choose what you value.
Just love that. That is,
Mm-hmm. They go
and
really well.
this idea of the mosaic is that there's so many differences in all of us, on this planet and in the universe, and it's so important that we recognize our own uniqueness, and then we are very aware of all these others. And it's just like us coming here today. We're all quite different in certain ways, and yet we're part of a mosaic. And I just love the fact that we all support each other in our own uniqueness.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sandra. Sandra is next.
All right, let's see what's up with Sandra today. No, that's not it. Okay, this is it. Oh, dolphin song. Oh, we love dolphin song. I can just feel their energy immediately. So, what I'm getting today about this, I'm not going to go to the card. It's the words itself, but it's a numbers 4 and 12, so it really has a high frequency. Plus, the 4 is very stabilized, and what I'm getting from this is, and there's a beautiful pink in the center of it as well. And what I'm getting from this, Sandra, is that the dolphins are encouraging you to move through your life like they do. Because when you see them in the water, they're just moving so beautifully. And not too long ago, I saw something about somebody who was at a beach and was in the water, and the dolphins surrounded this person. And there was a shark that came to one side, and the dolphins kept this person safe until they could get out of the water. And it was such an amazing experience for the person. It's kind of like that for you, Sandra. Yeah, you are being asked to move like the dolphins, to feel their presence, and for them to be able to just love you up because they do love you.
Well, the color card you got this week is interesting. It's the lesson in red, kind of a red orange I'm getting. And the turquoise is the complement. If you look at this, you have the turquoise.
Yeah.
And
The turquoise and the red orange. Yeah.
yes. And so to me, it talks about balance and using the grit as you're playing and moving through life with the dolphins. Um, Stay grounded in the red. Just you might notice that you need a little balance. When you do, it's the red that'll bring balance into what you're doing. Do you get anything else with red?
Only it always reminds me, it says use your intense energy to live your life meaningfully. It always reminds me that it's easy in life to burn yourself out, and to really look at whether there are ways so that you can simplify a little bit, because I think we all need to give ourselves space right now.
Mhm. Yes. Okay, Will is next.
Okay. Well, this is pretty new and pretty one. This one is attunement numbers 3, 6, and 144. Um, attunement to me is always about saying to you, well, you are making changes, and it's really important to continually go back and attune your frequency, attune how your energy is, its matrix, and to make sure that you are in the place that you have come to. So some parts of you are not holding you back.
I love the progression of the numbers too. Is
Yes.
3, 6, and 144. I mean, that's
Quite
that's
a
pointed. Yes. So I got 2 color cards here. The first one is lesson in orange. Allow all your emotions to be felt. So as you're moving through the process, that's the blue and the orange. So that's the creativity and expression, and allow that an emotional part to, express itself through that. And the other one is strength in yellow, and mentally clear, empowered, and fresh. I think empowered and fresh really come through a lot for me. Uh, um, in other words, it's as you're moving through these the attunement, these are part of your helpers to be able to do that. And I think you might find them coming up during the week. So to say, remember. So, do you get anything else on that?
No, but it's really an important message, because as we move into different frequencies, as we evolve in different ways, we have to remember to stop and see if all parts of us are catching up with where we are.
Yes. Checkpoints.
Yeah, right.
Winter Ray is next.
Okay. That's not the one. Okay, Winter Ray, the one that you got is called Integrity, and it's 8 and 64. Um, this one originally had to do with the parts of you that were still left out, that hadn't completely come and in to be part of your soul self in form. And that may be a true, but it's almost like what I'm seeing here you see all those little parts of you that are in a circle, and they're looking at the emerald doorway, and the doorway opens up to your soul self here. But it's like I am really riveted to the group that are sitting in the circle, and it's like they are working together. So, one of the things you might look at is how the different aspects of yourself are finding each other, and they are working together in a wholeness that may not have happened before in your life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's, that's beautiful. Okay, and your color card is Lesson in Magenta. Release the burdens of the world. And it has lime green as its complement. And to release the burdens of the world as you are in this beautiful color of integrity, green. The wholeness, this is, of course, it transmutes anything that would challenge this, and it also transmutes and helps you to bring in more compassion for this whole group that you see that's coming together. And you know, we were talking about looking back over our lives just a little bit ago and kind of seeing, wow, I've really come a long ways. I'm getting that same vibe from
I do
you.
too. I think this whole thing here is really a coming together in a way that she hasn't been before, and
Yeah.
it's become aware of it, so that you really get it how far you have come, because Winteray, you have really done a lot of work on yourself, and for you it probably feels like, oh, it's too slow. But that's how it is, and one day you wake up and go, whoa, I'm different than I used to be. I'm not the same person.
Yeah.
Or I'm the same person but more refined, or more together, or more in understanding of myself.
Absolutely. Courtney is next.
Okay, Courtney. Let's see what we got here for Courtney. All right. Courtney, this one is called Awakened, and it's the numbers 4 and 9. I don't know, but I kind of think you've gotten this one before. What is really come out right now is what's at the center. There's a yellow at the center that is really shining out. What this says to me is that you have awakened to who you are in a new way. At least you may have known it before, but it's more of an acceptance and more of a being comfortable with who you are, and finding ways to be around people that are also comfortable with how you are. And it's such a beautiful center in it. Um, get your luminaries out and really sit with this, because it's like a beautiful flower in the center of it, and it's really at peace. And then out beyond that are like rockets that are ready to go off. These fours that you see here coming together, which is a very solid kind of thing, and it's different from what's in the center. So to me, it says that you're in this now more, you're more comfortable with what's in your center and that kind of thing. And now you can look at some of these other things that are beginning to develop in you and be okay with that, because you can sit in that center while you take a look at what's going on outside of that.
Absolutely. And Your color card is strength in white.
Oh, wow. What a one to go with that. Ooh.
And there's plenty of white in awakened. It says pure, strong, and unconditionally loving. You know, white is that um, pure, pure knowing, pure understanding of spirit, and just having that as your support as you go through this. It's really encouraging that becoming comfortable and accepting, and this new way for you now.
Leslie, when I look at this card, and all of them have this white around the outside, but
Mhm.
it's almost like this strength of white is completely around this process that she's going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that it is having her feel safe, feel more comfortable in herself. And the turquoise is really about taking a look at where are you now? What is happening to your spiritual self now?
Mm-hmm.
And being really comfortable with that.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Right. Jeannie S. Jeannie S.
Okay, Jeannie, we're happy you're here.
Yes.
Well, simply self, don't we all need that?
Mm.
So let me see what this is for you, Jeannie. Well, I feel like you too have come to a different place in your life, Jeannie, that you are recognizing that by simplifying your life, where you're not feeling like you have to be at the beck and call of everybody in your life, that you are giving your own self more room, and you are becoming clear, because one of the things about this particular luminary is that that has a lot of clarity to it, and it's the number 6. So it's I want to just read one thing out of here, because it's a number 6, and it's on page 6. um, Simplify, 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 Jeannie. Make room for clarity of thinking and feeling, which allows pearls of wisdom to emerge from deep within. When you get into that simplified clarity and you are sitting, things will come through you. Things that you may have kind of thought about before, but you're not, you're more clear now. And you understand how some of this evolves you, but also involves you. And that as you are sitting in this kind of clarity, um, man, does that feel good. I can just feel that for you.
Awesome. Well, you're going to get another piece of that, and that is strength in lime green.
Oh,
And
yes. Oh, my gosh.
it's a combination of yellow and green. It brings together the empowerment and clarity of yellow with the love and understanding of green. And this, when they're together, this energy brings heart-centered power to a waiting world. Lime green is located at the tip of the breastbone, and it is between the heart and the solar plexus. So they go hand in hand.
And the reason that this color can come up, Jeannie, is because of the additional clarity that you have,
Yeah.
and the simplicity, the thing that you have done to simplify your life.
Yes. Wow. So perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I hope I pronounced these right. I'm going to get it a try here. OFO?
OFA. Isn't that OFA?
No, I don't know if it's OFA. It's OPHOE 406. If it's
Yeah.
OFA, let us know.
Yeah, OFA. I'm pretty sure that's you. Let us know for sure.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about you today and this. So I'm going to do it as if it's open, okay? Or whoever. But let's just see here. Well, what we're getting is passionate ascension. That means that things are happening really fast and you are moving your spiritual energy into different kinds of frequencies. And this is a very special time for you. The numbers are 4 and 8. And just think of it as a kind of when I look at it, it almost looks like one of those whirligigs that we used to play with that take the wind and go round and round and round. And this is sort of like, I see it like this, that we are moving around and around. It's raising our frequency. And I think you're having fun with this. So I hope that's true.
Well, your card, and thank you, Ofa, for answering. I'm glad we got that straightened out.
Yeah.
It's the strength in lime green.
Oh, hallelujah.
Wow. Same thing with as you're going with the passionate ascension. I mean, my goodness, you've got the power of the heart and both the yellow and green, and then the magenta is the complement here. So you've got that beautiful color with you. And what I want to say is that powerful and heart-centered is taking you. It's like, I just feel like it's like almost carrying
yes.
the ascension.
Yeah.
You know, and just saying, yep, we're here and we're going to just support you in every way we can.
And Ofa, I don't think you are pushing back any of this. It feels like this might be a different time in your life where you're just there accepting, not totally understanding of all of what this means, but you're not pushing it away, which I think is really, really a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is wow. Now we have Winter Ray, and this is Win 4257. Is that Winter Ray again? I'm not sure.
I think that's Winter Ray. Let's ask her. And
yeah.
Then, she's Win WYNN 4257.
Yeah.
Is there another one besides that?
Well, way up in the beginning.
Oh, it says Winter Ray. Okay, that's because she was on Facebook there, and then she went to YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. All righty. All right. So we did get you.
Yes,
before.
we did.
And so we're next one is Marianne.
Oh, yes, I saw that she was able to come in. It's so nice to see you again, Marianne.
Yes.
All right. So what's up for Marianne? Well, this is that one that talks about spheres of intention, but it talks about how we're coming together to work with each other. And it'll be curious for us to find out from you, Marianne, what kinds of things are coming together. Maybe you've been part of it before, but it's sort of like taking on a new feel, a new look for you, and you have a different place in it. I see you sparkling in the center of it. And so somehow you are having influence in a group, or a group is being gathered around you. It's all good. It's really an important thing happening. And the numbers are 10 and 12, which is that's really going into this next way that we're going to be living. Did you get anything else from that, Leslie?
Um, just that communication is very important when you're meeting new people or, that kind of thing. And I know that's probably something that's, you know, um, if it hasn't developed, it's really here for you now, where it's going to be easy connecting with those others. And I would expect that in this next week to meet
Yeah.
meet
Yep.
or connect with somebody that
Yeah.
you've been
Yeah.
wanting to. Hmm. Hmm. And can't believe this card came up again. Okay,
Hey, boy, it's time, isn't it? Is it
strength
the
in
string?
lime green.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So now that she has that influencing place and she's
Mhm.
coming in as a spiritual leader who really has done her work.
Yep, and it's
Whoa, nice is that?
powerful and heart centered. And I love that compassion color of compassion
Yeah.
magenta is
Yeah.
with that. So, yep. All right. Let's see. Um, I think that might be it.
So if anybody has not gotten their reading, say so in the chat.
Mhm.
But I think we did get everybody. So, oh, what a nice group today. My goodness.
Yeah, Sandra, thank you for your comments and Will, those of you that comment and well, that's everybody today, I think. And that's a wonderful part of this getting together.
Yeah. Yeah. And we all need a little bit of a boost here.
Yeah.
Even when what's happening is something that is right and timely and good and all that kind of thing, it's still nice to be in the group.
Mm.
It's really important. Thank you, Will.
Happy birthday,
Yes,
Arlene,
yeah.
from everybody.
Or we're
Laura.
really, really doing some fun things. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you being present with me today. And Leslie, it's so nice to do this with you. Even
Yeah,
if though tomorrow's my birthday, it still feels like it already started.
yeah, yeah.
And astrologically, it's it's so involved with I'm an Aries in my sun sign and a Pisces in my moon sign. More there is so much going on in Aries and Pisces right now. So,
Mhm. There
but
is.
it's all good. It's all good.
Yes, yes. Well,
Oh, we're so grateful for you, Marianne. Yeah.
yeah, yes.
All right. Well, please invite your friends. And if you will let us know if you're not already on the messenger group where we remind people about today, just tell us in the comments that you'd like us to add you to the list because we'd be happy to do that. Just kind of fun. But I think you all have pretty much got it on your calendar now. So that works.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Well, Leslie and I are just wishing such a wonderful week for
Week,
all of you.
that's for sure.
And yeah, we will be with you
Mhm.
and we all can continue to have our energies working with each other, which is a really wonderful thing. And
Mhm.
putting all that love out to the world, knowing that this is all going to um, uh, oh, okay, Marion wants to be in the list, but knowing that all of this is going someplace, it may take a while, but things are changing. You're welcome, Mofa. We're so glad you're here.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, we will end it for now, and we will see you next week.
Mhm.
Bye for now.
Bye.